Hello, everybody. It's the Film Optimist, and ooh, you know I had to do it to him. I don't know. Talking about my top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time. I know we just had Christmas. By the time this is airing, just like less than a month ago. So Merry belated Christmas, Happy belated Christmas, Feliz Navidad, belated, Felicidad, Felicidad. Um, Yeah, we're gonna talk about mine. So I just put this together. I think I mentioned this before. If I haven't, apologies. I get a lot of these top 10 ideas from watchers. Top five beatdown. Um, go and go and check that out, or don't because of the controversy. Whatever floats your boat. Um, but yeah, they talked about their top five Christmas movies. I go a step further and do top 10 because top 10 is a very nice rounded number. I just looked up Christmas movies and I was like, oh yeah, this one, that's cool. This one, yeah. Honorable mentions goes to The Santa Claus. That's a good one. I know a lot of people might be saddened by that one. It's cool. The sequels are, but I almost put Rise of the Guardians on here. Yeah, because that's a Christmas. I would count that as a Christmas movie. Um, Number 10 is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the Rankin Bass classic, the origin story of Saint Nicholas. You know, I do love I love me a good Christmas origin story. How did Santa Claus become Santa Claus? It's dope. It's really dope. Um, Number 9 is Frosty the Snowman, another Rankin Bass classic. This one is traditionally hand animated. The other ones are like claymation. Um, Frosty the Snowman. Amazing, amazing. You put the hat on him, he comes to life. Man, classic. Love me some Frosty the Snowman. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is number 8. Um, the best of the Rankin Bass films. The best of the Rankin Bass Christmas movies. What about Little Drummer Boy? I don't think I've ever seen Little Drummer Boy. I still don't think it would, even if I did, it would be anywhere on this list. Nowhere. This is the last of the Rankin Bass films. I really thought there'd be a lot more, but really, I haven't seen that many. I've seen some Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer sequels, but nothing that came close to any other movies on here. A lot of these are animated. I think over half. Oh shit, over half are animated. Number 7 is Arthur Christmas. I love this movie. I cried in the theaters. Rewatching it with my wife, I teared up again. It's beautiful. I highly recommend. Go watch it. I think it's a Sony film, so whenever we do the Sony ranking, we'll talk about it again. Inevitably. Um, Number 6 is Klaus, a newer one. I think this is like the most recent film on here. Klaus came out for Netflix, and it's about a guy who's like a postal worker and goes to this really sad, depressing Norwegian town, Finnish town. I forgot. Um, and Klaus is there. He's a toy maker. He's a reclusive toy maker, big hulking figure of a man, and it's an origin story about how Klaus becomes Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, Saint Nicholas, Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus. I'm I'm butchering the pronunciation. Number 5 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. What a wonderful film! One of the best films ever. It is both a Christmas and Halloween film. It's perfect. I love musicals too. I think this is. Wait a minute. Is this the only technical? This is technically the only musical on here. Like you have Santa Claus is coming to town. You have this song in there, but no one's just. I know they had some. No, they had some music in there. Never mind. They have some. They have some musical numbers. Nightmare Before Christmas is like I would say the most musical. Um, Number four is A Wonderful Life. Wow, uh, wow with this film. I had heard so many great things. You know, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. I watched this film finally for my reviews, and it really tackles mental health big time. This man is about to jump to his death from a bridge, and then he sees what his life would be like without him in it. Um, People feeling the effects of his, taking himself out of this world, and it's a very gut wrenching, beautiful film. I think I already said it, but I'm super tired. I take mental health very seriously. My own has been completely shot since I was very very little. Have had those thoughts of you know can't say the words and everything, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Since I was 4 years old and not getting proper therapy until 2019, where I was actually cognizant and aware. And film was a very therapeutic thing for me. A Wonderful Life was very, whoo, hit me hard. What could possibly go over this one? By golly, one of the best Christmas movies ever made. Number three is Jingle All the Way. This used to be my number one. Uh, I saw this movie as a kid, loved it. Saw it as an adult, and I was like, "This movie, there's no way this movie is." And I was sitting there with my best friend. I think have I already reviewed this movie. I think I have. Watching this movie with my best friend at the time, and we're just like, "This is this is quite possibly the greatest Christmas movie ever made." It's so bad, it's amazing that it swings all the way back around. Oh, it's so good. I love Jingle All the Way. Just a such a selfish film about a selfish dad played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. I have to quote. I have to do a quote. He dresses up as Turbo Man. He gets on stage, and the kid who would go on to play young Anakin Skywalker in Phantom Menace, I think he hasn't played him yet when Jingle All the Way comes out. I think he did Jingle All the Way first. But little Anakin Skywalker, is looking at Turbo Man, and he's like, "Hey, you," and he's pointing at his son. You, well, you can pick a kid from the crowd. He wants you. And they're like, who is he pointing at? And then, like, Jamie's friend, little chubby boy, he's like, oh, he's pointing at me. And he goes, Jamie. And he's like, Turbo Man knows my name. Dude, that's your fucking dad. Who else fucking sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude? Nobody. Fucking nobody. That's your dad. That shit cracked me up. It's like, there's no way you don't know. Sinbad is amazing in this film, too. There's a scene where he picks up a package. It's a present. It's gift wrapped and everything. And he goes, I got a bomb. And he's just like talking about how it's a bomb. Everyone's like, oh. He's like, I can't. I'll open it up right now or whatever. And then like he tosses it in there or whatever. And then someone like goes to open it, and it's a bomb. It's an actual bomb, and it goes off behind him. He's like, oh my god, it was a bomb. And then it shows them they're not, you know, none of them got hurt, like really bad. It wasn't fatal, but it was still a bomb. It's crazy. What is that movie? Number two is A Christmas Story. Memories, man. Watching this film every year with my family was the best. Like you had to watch it. It was on TV. Watch it. And I remember telling my wife about it, and she was like, yeah, I've heard. She's heard certain things, whatever. And I was like, you've never seen this film. We gotta watch this movie. And we're watching this movie, and it never hit me emotionally as a kid. It never hit me like here and just like wow. But there's a scene that I gotta talk about that really hits me now to this day. I'm starting to get a little bit emotional just thinking about it. But Ralphie is he beat the shit out of Scott Farkus in this movie. Spoiler alert. Scott Farkus is this bully, this ginger haired kid, rat faced kid, got braces. He bullies all the kids mercilessly. And finally, Ralphie has had enough. He gets, I don't remember what happened. Like someone, he's getting his dreams dashed about the Red Ryder BB gun. It's really sad, and he gets snow right in the face. This big bunch of slush, and snow and ice, and it hits him in his glasses, and he's just the glasses fall off, and he's red in the face, and he starts crying, and he picks the glasses up, and he's just like crying. So, oh, you're gonna cry now? You're gonna cry? You're gonna cry? And he finally just rushes at him and beats the shit out of him. And everyone's like, "Fuck, he's beating him." He busts his nose, like he busts this kid's nose, fucking him up, and he starts cussing because he learned all his cuss words from his dad. And his little brother runs home to get mom, and mom comes up with him, and he's like, "Ralphie, oh my god!" And she gets him off of him, and everyone's like, "Dude," and no one's cheering anymore at this point. They're like, "Oh my god." Anyway, he gets home terrified. He's about to get his ass whooped. And I remember being a kid and remembering I'm gonna get my ass whooped by my dad. Like no matter what, like whatever I did. And just seeing him lay there. I remember being a kid and relating to that, right? So I'm watching this with my wife, and he's in bed, and he hears his dad pull up in the driveway, and he's like, "Oh God!" And he's like about to cry and stuff, and goes down for dinner, and then they ask his they ask his mom. Um, he asks his mom like, "What's going on?" Oh, what happened? Like Ralphie broke his glasses today, or something like that, or Ralphie did something, got into a fight today. And oh, what happened? It's like oh, this, just a little scuffle or whatever. And then just like him just being like surprised, like my mom's not gonna rat me out. Wait a minute, I'm good. And then he looked, and then it's that look that his mom gives him, um, where he knows that he's not in trouble now. It reminds me of my mom. I'd always rush to her to aid me against my terrifying father, who like was pretty justified in trying to whoop my ass because I was not a very good kid. I was a little shitbag. But I think I'm like it reminds me of my mom big time. Just like how she was the defender. Whew, almost like busted out crying on camera. Love you, mom. I know you're gonna be watching this. Number one, if anyone see my top 10 films of all time, this had to be my favorite Christmas movie by default because it's on my top 10 films of all time. It's Love Actually, my favorite ensemble film. Um, just a perfect film. This it 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 only beats A Christmas Story by like this much though. Like it's like if it wasn't on my top 10 films of all time, Christmas Story would be number one. And like I look at the list, I'm like, how can Love Actually go above A Christmas Story? Well, because it's on my top 10 fucking favorite movies of all time. I'd be lying then, unless I change my top 10 films of all time and put A Christmas Story on there. But I'm not gonna do that because Love Actually is insanely good. So this has been my top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Hope you had a happy Hanukkah. I hope you had a happy Kwanzaa, a joyous Kwanzaa. Um, Feliz Navidad. I hope you. What else is there? Yule, winter solstice. I hope you had all the great. I hope your year ended off being amazing, because you're all amazing people, and we all deserve happiness in this world. So take care, everybody. God bless us, everyone.